Greetings everyone, this is the Hipster Snek, and today we're going to be looking at Runo. It's free on Steam, and it bills itself as an indie game based on Finnish culture and myth. Now, I'll be perfectly honest, I know sweet nothing about Finnish culture and myth. I've never been to that part of the world before, and I don't know anybody who does. So if I make any mistakes, feel free to go into the comments and tell me what an idiot I am. I'm also probably going to struggle to pronounce a lot of words, but I'm going to give it my best shot. No one has been to the family cottage since Grandma passed away. After everything that's happened, perhaps coming here is a fresh start. Oh. I hear a bus, but I don't see one. I guess it just left. Okay, I can walk, and I can jump, and that is an old school phone. Happy Midsummer. Remember to take right at the junction. I know that, Dad. I've been here before. Thanks. Where are you and Mom again? It's been years since I have last visited, but it's not like I would forget. He's just trying to help me out, so it'll be nice. Where are you and Mom again? Camera. I can take a really grainy, low-resolution photo. Yeah. One for the album. Really? Yeah, I really do just get this really grainy photo. And the funny thing about that is, like, they would have had to gone out of their way to make it look like that. The fact they went the extra mile to be true to what it would look like is actually kind of impressive. When I had a phone this old, I don't... No, it did have a camera, it also wasn't impressive, but it wasn't that pixelated either. This is nice. I'm digging this ambient nature vibe. Where I come from, trees don't grow that tall, so we're going on this road, Grandma and I. Did I finish that thought in the journal, or? Old Cottage Road. Kitty. Okay, I'm going to start butchering some words. Many Finns have a strong emotional connection with the road that leads to their cottage, often linked to pleasant childhood memories and summer holidays spent away from the mundane. The Cottage Road signals the beginning of relaxation. I remember when I last walked this road. From here, I would run barefoot straight into the lake. I'm too old now. I feel that. I've wanted to come here for so long, something has kept me away. Hearing the birds and the wind and the trees makes me hopeful. Slowly, I feel my shoulders falling back. Still, the ache in my chest lingers. I can almost see the cottage. Oh, hello. That's kind of cool. I'm going to take a picture of this bird. Center, and boom. I don't know why, but I wanted to. Yeah, like I said, where I come from, trees don't get that tall. But the locals are really proud of them anyway. Hi. Pokey 2020. I don't think this has any mechanical bearing on the game, but the fact that I have this option and that the game kind of tacitly encourages my doing this just kind of makes me happy. Grandpa's old Beetle. Rusting away like my life. Oof. Oof. That's hitting a little close to home there, buddy. Whoa. There's a lot of birds out here. Excuse me. Oh. I was wondering what that was at first. This is really, really good cinematography. I know people can do some impressive stuff in Unity, but this is already kind of breathtaking. I don't know where exactly this is supposed to take place. I mean, in Finland. Obviously, it's in Finland, but I don't know, like, what region of the country. What's up here? Oh, it just kind of veers around. Okay. I just like making sure that I didn't pass up anything. I can take neat pictures of it if I find something I like. I don't know. I'm kind of tapped for commentary just because, like, this place is so beautiful. Like, I would totally dig, you know, spending summer in a place like this. I mean, summer for me is 115 degrees and dry desert heat, but... Hi. Keep an eye out for Grandma's journal. We couldn't find it last fall, but no sweat. If you don't find it, she had a knack for hiding stuff. Of course, hope to find it sooner or later. It'll turn eventually. Yeah, of course. I'll find it sooner or later. My grandma passed away. It shook something in me. I needed to be here tonight. Is that a journal page? No. Ooh, can I play darts? Oh, I totally... Still got it! I was trying to see if I could pick up more than one at a time. Okay, here we go. Like this. I once almost hit my dad with one of these. He wasn't happy about that. That wasn't bad for a test throw. Okay, a little higher this time. At least it's on the board. Yeah, for me, that's probably the best you can hope for. Okay, a little lower. Whoops. Grandma's such a unique way of throwing, still better than mine. Yeah, I'm not great at this game. Whoa. Hey, that was pretty good. So I think he's run out of things to say now that I've actually managed to get a decent throw in. I love being near water, but I am definitely a land-dwelling Snek. No doubt about that. Waves hitting the pier, wind rustling in the trees, the lake feels inviting. That is beautiful. I've always had a thing for, like, nature settings, but that's incredible. But I suppose before I get into any kind of mischief, even though I've kind of already started that. What's this, a shed? Sauna door. Ah, saunas, that's right. I remember that's a big thing in Finnish culture. Looks like an outhouse. Small shed for your business. Outhouse, Hisy. I remember when my small hands could hardly reach the cottage front door handle, pushing the creaky door open and smelling the fresh night air. I always felt like somebody was watching me on the gloomy pathway to the outhouse. If the moonlight was just right, the blueberry bushes and the fern swing and the night breeze would reveal a small, sparkling gaze within their roots. It would disappear as soon as you turned your head toward it. Never be afraid of the forest, Grandma said. That sounds like terrible advice. I imagined the pine and birch trees growing a protective canopy over me, and I, the brave explorer, would dive into the silent summer night. The odd engraving on the outhouse door looked scary, but felt protective. As a child, I imagined that if I could reach the outhouse and the cottage fast enough, the darkness would not catch me. I wish I could do the same now. Is that a person? Person with, like, bird feet. I'd rather not. I don't blame you. Let's just go ahead and close that. Logs. Oh! Hmm? Well, the shadow made it look like there was a huge dragonfly or something over my head. Okay. So we've explored the auxiliary buildings. Let's have a look. It's locked. Where's the key? Only junk in here. Random spoon. What's this? Oh, I hold it up and I get this really intense musical sting. Though that is pretty much what I already know, so I'll just put it back. Whoa! Alright, physics engine. This is like numbers? Porch chair. This old watering can hasn't put to good use. Can't I just set it down gently? There we go. Don't want to throw it, you know? Oh, hi. I forgot to tell you the keys are still in the usual place. Alright, hidden in the pile of logs. Alright. Stopping to take a break is sometimes the best way to figure out where to go forward from. Besides, the sun's still up. It's not like it's nighttime or anything. So I was already kind of on the right track, just I didn't realize it. Plus, you know, we do have a sauna and a bunch of logs, so that kind of sounds like, you know, putting the square peg in the square hole. There we go. Time to go inside and take a nap. I like how this guy thinks. Getting right to the important stuff. Let's do a lap around. Like, how big is this cottage? Bicycle. Tano's bicycle. I hope he is having a good time with Dad and Serpa. I haven't seen him in ages. I'm just gonna issue a preemptive apology because I'm not familiar with the Finnish language. And so I'm probably gonna mispronounce, like, everything. So, yeah, I'm giving it my best shot, though. Okay, so the cottage isn't super huge. What the hey? Finally, I'm here. Summer Cottage. Kese Moki. Kese Moki? Moki? The Summer Cottage in Finland is called a Moki. Most of Finns have access to one. Mokis are often on purpose less equipped with modern commodities such as plumbing and electricity, and are close to forests, lakes, or the sea. Moki is a place for relaxation and spending time with family. Family-owned Mokis have usually been around for many generations and are filled with precious memorabilia. Some peace and quiet, finally. The last few weeks in Serpa's sofa really got the best of me. I am lucky to have a family that cares even if they drive me mad. When the whole family was here, only a handful of us had room to sleep inside. We kids were appointed tents, spending the entire night fighting off mosquitoes. Honestly, that might have still been the best time of my life. Those carefree summers, listening to the humming night forest, rattling of the tent fabric, and sharing whispers and giggles with cousins. Sometimes my cousins would tell ghost stories, and then everybody would lay stone cold awake inside their sleeping bags. I was going to take you here and recount the most gruesome stories to you. I know you would have liked that. I've only taken like 3 steps into this building, and it's already creaking like crazy. So, how do I crouch? It's supposed to be looking for Grandma's journal, apparently. Calendar. Sisku. Kisaiku. Calendar set to Johannes. What? Midsummer. Johannes? Is it Johannes, like German, or is it Johannes? Midsummer is the astronomical middle of the year, close to the summer solstice. The festivities in Finland include spending time with friends and family, burning bonfires, or building a maypole in the archipelago area. Midsummer jubilees originate from folk beliefs of commemorating the deity of weather, Ukko. The fest was to ensure fertility and good crops for coming year. Later Christianity placed the birth of John the Baptist on the date from which Johannes, the Finnish word for midsummer, originates. No one's been here since last fall. No wonder the place is a bit dusty. It's understandable that Dad and Aunt Serpa didn't want to come here on this day. Okay, so Serpa is our aunt. Midsummer's Eve was special to Grandma. She decorated the front door with young birch trees on each side. She would oversee the tidying of the cottage, delegate tasks to us grandkids. We would, of course, start goofing around as soon as she turned her back. Sounds right to me. Later in the evening, while the grown-ups were enjoying dinner, we kids would play the wooden block game and try to beat Grandpa's high score. You could sense the smell of fresh new potatoes, butter, and dill, herring, and spirits coming from the cottage. To us kids, Midsummer Night was also magical. We would sometimes attempt casting spells. Pick 7 flowers and place them under your pillow, and you'll dream of your future partner, Mom explained. Nowadays, Midsummer means spending the night with loved ones. We were planning to be here tonight together, but it's better this way. Kiseiku. I can barely see. Do I have a flashlight? Camera flashlight? Doesn't look like it. This is the kitchen? What? What's that? Paper roll. Oh! I just wanted to look at it. I wasn't really trying to, like, take it. Cookbook. It's a really good recipe for traditional beer in here. You can't do that in the United States. You have to have a license to brew liquor at home, as stupid as that is. Traditional beer, sati. Midsummer sati recipe. Crushed grains of sati malts, rye malts for color, A few small branches of juniper for filtering and taste, and fresh yeast. It looked like they were having so much fun. One evening, my dad and Grandpa were enjoying cups of sati on the beach as the sun was setting. I think I was a kid back then, looking curiously at their sluggish mannerisms through the porch fence. Their voices were rising with each cup, and laughter became louder. They looked like they became stronger with every drink. Suddenly, they were on their feet, wrestling and wobbling towards the bushes. It looked like they were hugging and patting one another on their cheeks and head. Grandma rushed to the porch and quickly ushered me inside. While sitting under the kitchen counter, I heard a splash and another. Then silence. Grandma brought me a glass of black currant juice, stroked my hair, and said, "You are safe here." Sounds like my family can't really hold their liquor very well. Fireplace. Not too difficult to imagine that's purpose. I like that design. That's just really nice. Just everything in this game looks really, really cool. Grandfather clock. Actually, my mother owns one that's kind of similar to this. Ah, light switch. That kind of helps. Oh, there's a light switch in the kitchen. Haha. Yeah, maybe if I actually took the time to turn the light on, I could actually see something. Cooking top, toaster, microwave. Are any of these Grandma's journal? It's got some canned food, but nothing jumps out at me otherwise. Got a bed, take a nap. I will in a second. I just want to make sure I've poked at everything here. Tapestry Textile. This image on the rug. A tree and its roots. Tapestry Textile. Riagi. I have no idea. A long tufted tapestry dating as far back as the Viking times, the ornamented textile style is unique to Finnish tradition and later as revived folk art. Still hanging. When I was little, the images in the rug fueled my imagination in the night. No wonder, as they were the source of Grandma's bedtime stories, of times that were and times never past, as she would introduce them. It was important to her to tell the same tales over and over again, which I would not really understand. The same themes about the lake, the birds, and Midsummer Night would always be present. As I grew older, I gradually lost interest in her stories. This is Grandma's favorite chair. Can I rock in it? Apparently not. Radio. Nothing beats old-fashioned Finnish Schlager. Snow lantern photo. Photo of the first snow from many winters ago. We made a snow lantern to keep the darkness out, as Grandma put it. Is that what that little pile there is? How does that work? That is kind of catchy. I hope that's not copyrighted. Okay, I think I've poked at everything. Well, if we're going to take a nap, we got to do it right. Lights off. Close door. Radio on. And take a nap. Welcome, traveler. You're finally awake. Literally the opposite, I think. Whoa, can't really move my head around very much. Whoa. We need you down here. Darkness has taken root. I need better dreams. What do you mean? Oh, that's a nice effect. We need you to come back. Make haste. Come back where? Follow me to Alanin, the realm of dreams beneath worlds. If this is a dream, why do I feel restless? What's there? Dark roots are taking over. Take the sapling down before it's too late. Roots. What do you mean? Darkness is covering all grounds, reaching for the skies. It must be stopped. You have the strength of Veki. It'd be Veki, right? Because the umlaut is an AE sound. You're more powerful than you dare to remember. I feel like I don't know myself anymore. I'm waiting for you underneath it all. You will know what to do when the time comes. Is that tree, like, reaching out at me? I don't care for that one bit. Please come back. I'm sure we can work it out. I miss you. Don't spend midsummer alone. Please don't make it any harder than it is. I can't send a response to that one. And my journal isn't telling me anything, so I'm just going to have to assume from context that I had a bad breakup before I came here. No, some power nap. It's pretty dark out there now. Wait, what's this? Was this here before? Cantela? Why is this still here? Cantela. The 2,000-year-old wooden string instrument is known all around the Baltic Sea area. In the Finnish national epic Kalevala, compiled by Elias Lönnrot during the 18th century, the hero... Ooh, I'm going to give this my best shot. Vainamoinen makes a cantela out of the jawbones of the northern pike. Their initials were still visible on the wooden sideboard. I guess no one dared to take the instrument back to the city before winter came. After Grandpa passed away, Grandma played by the lake at dusk. As she played, there would be no echo on the lake. Everything stood still, silently listening. Come to think of it, even the wind had calmed in the treetops. I remember slowly walking to the porch and leaning against the beams listening to her. I could hear a soundless cry as she sat at the end of the pier. That's cool. I like it. Take a photo of it. Oh, there's no way this isn't going to come out looking anything. Nah, gave that my best shot. Oh, it looked dark through the window. What? We're tasting herring and spirits. Hey, remember to heat up the sauna. First, I got the red bucket. Who do you take me for? Sauna, you feel better. Thanks, Dad. He's right. Time to get some wood and fill up the water bucket. All right. I'd like to try this sort of thing sometime. This isn't really a cultural custom where I'm from. The old sauna makes me wonder. J. The Finnish sauna is a small house or room for bathing and enjoying the warmth and steam emitting from a stove. Traditional sauna is heated up by wood, but nowadays town apartments use electricity. Wait, apartments have saunas in them now? Oh man, I don't really get anything cool like that where I'm from. Good temperature for the sauna is approximately 70 to 90 degrees Celsius. Like air temperature or water temperature? Inside the sauna, water from the bucket, kiulu, is thrown on hot stones. The modern Finnish sauna dates back hundreds of years, and the oldest form of Finnish saunas, covered earth pits, date to the Bronze Age. As a center for socializing and health benefits, a sauna has many important functions as well as folktales to share. Sometimes it is believed that small gnomes lived in saunas or other buildings. Gnomes took care of buildings and belongings, but if they were left ungratified, gnomes would do their mischief. If you hear banging from the stove, it is the sauna gnome saying hello. Oh, I guess they're not, like, malicious, then. The old sauna makes you think how important it has been. Grandma was born in a sauna. I guess not this one, but back in rural Finnish Karjala, where saunas were central to people's lives. As a young girl, she moved to central Finland and later met Grandpa in the same village where they lived. Maybe it was love at first sight, huh? What would I know of that? I'm always up to the short end of the stick. I should heat up the sauna soon. Some peace and quiet is what I need. This is the only place I can gather my thoughts. Oh, that's actually in Finnish. No wonder I can't read it. But I get the thrust of what they're telling me to do. Alright. Do I just use lake water? Yeah. My cousin often told a tale about a woman in the lake who lured children to their doom. Seems stupid now. Do I get a journal entry about this? Guess not. Sauna stove. Let's put in some wood for the fire. Oh, right. It was next to the outhouse. And the game actually remembered where I threw it all. Whoops. I just stepped on some, but I don't see it now. Bet you can't beat my record on the wooden block game. Next time, let's duel. I remember Grandpa making it years ago. I think I saw it on the porch. Must be that, wooden number thing I saw earlier. Sorry for spamming you. Just enjoy yourself. I missed my dad as a boy, even when he was around. No one was the same after the war. Grandpa did his best. All I needed to be is my own thoughts. You just keep yourself hydrated with water, Dad. Staying hydrated. Cute. Very cute. I like a little family banter like that. Time to beat the high score. Pick up the throw stick. Oh! It's kind of like sort of like bowling. Wooden block game. Pokey. This game is a classic Finnish summer pastime. Players throw a stick towards wooden blocks placed in a triangle and try to hit as many of the blocks as one can, or hit just the block with the highest number of points written on it. The player with the most points wins. I used to love this game, but nobody could beat Grandpa's high score. Guess he had some embellishment to his points every year, just like his fishing stories. I better try playing while I'm waiting for the sauna to heat up. Despite Grandpa being a caring man, he taught tough love. This generation went through changes we can't even imagine. Wartime, societal depressions, and the changing world. He and Grandma built their home and family from scratch, so the cottage had always been there. Grandma once mentioned that ever since Grandpa visited her family's summer place for the first time, nothing managed to keep him away. Grandpa sometimes joked about his old ball and chain, though not referring to Grandma, but his attachment to the cottage. He used to walk around with a handheld puko knife in his belt with a fierce face, like he was ready to take on any threat coming from the lake or forest. Taming nature, he said when asked about the puko. I heard that during his last years, Grandpa became more and more convinced that something was seriously after him at the cottage. In the end, Dad and Aunt Serpa had to find him more suitable facilities. He lasted a few months, then we had the funeral. Grandma wasn't the same afterward. That escalated quickly. Okay. Well, let's see if I have... Oh, my feet are planted. So... 12, 7, 10, and 9 are kind of there on the sides. Let's try aiming a little to the left. Oh! Hey! I knocked down all of them. That means I win. Oh, does it only count if it actually hits them? Whoop. So I'm not supposed to bowl it? Am I supposed to throw it? Okay, well, I'm a little higher this time. Okay, that hit a whole bunch. That has to count, right? Am I not good at this game, or are you supposed to reset? You be like, New stove heats up the sauna up fast. Bet it's ready. Burn my toe on the old one. Grandma put a resin wrap around it, remember? Okay. I'm not going to bring up grievous bodily harm. That's a fun little game. I assume they're supposed to get more spread out. Okay, that makes sense, because if it's spread out more over time, then you can't just knock them all over the way I did in that first round. Anyone want to review the footage and tell me what score I got? Because I wasn't counting at all. That looks promising. That was a loud sound. Beer. Alright. Water, throw on stove. Keep thinking about that bird from the dream. Oh, okay, I get it. And that causes, I tell my dad to stay hydrated with water, and then I'm drinking beer here while sweating. As I recall, I think that's what you're supposed to do. I heard a little bit about Finnish saunas. Especially that someone once joked that, you know, you can jump out of the sauna and into the snow afterwards, but if you're in a place that's just muggy all the time, you don't have that luxury. I guess I was tired of being in the sauna. I used to visit my dreams as a kid all the time. The bird? I don't see any birds now, though there was a whole bunch on my way here. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not a beer drinker. I don't really care for the taste. Whoa, and I'm back. Visiting the cottage is certainly stirring up some old memories. That's the stuff. Get the steam really going. Thought that scene was going dark, but nope, that was just the steam. That certainly is relaxing, though. Not entirely what I was expecting when I first fired the game on. But I'm enjoying myself. I love having opportunities to learn about other cultures. And you guys at home are learning right along with me, provided you're not finished and know all this stuff already. Remember, this is a magical night. Here's the Midsummer's Night spell. Run around the cottage naked 7 times and you'll find love again. Even if you found a mom that way. On my way! Oh wow, I actually... Okay, he was being incredibly serious. Okay. Didn't say which direction around the cottage I had to go, just that I had to go around. So if I hold shift, do I run? I think I'm moving the same speed. Oh! Hi. It's interesting to me that that's so much brighter. Hi. Must have had a few beers too many. Yeah, I'm getting that sense myself. Oh. Where's that weird bird going? Okay, you have my interest now, bird. Am I still naked right now? Feel a bit drunk. Should I be taking the boat? So, what if I really do run around the house 7 times? Alright, let's call that lap 1. Oh, the radio's still on. This probably doesn't do anything, but my dad's sage wisdom has my curiosity piqued. That's round 2. And great job on the natural ambiance, by the way. The sound design is top-notch. That's 3. Is it getting darker? Or am I going crazy? Thankfully, it's a small cabin, so... That's 4. I think it's my imagination. I think it's just because this is the shadow side, because the sun's over there. Yeah, now we're fine. That's 5. And besides, this little bit of exercise will help you burn to the alcohol a little faster. And that's 6. I was half expecting something to, like, I don't know, try to scare me during that little bit. And that's 7. Isn't it? Pretty sure that's 7. We'll do one more lap just to be sure. And then we'll, pursue the bird. That way no one can say I didn't do a full 7 laps or anything. Alright. So, nothing happened, but, I feel accomplished in kind of a dumb way. Speaking of things that you really shouldn't do... See, too drunk to boat is too drunk to swim, so... What is that? Definitely haven't seen this here before. Maybe we shouldn't... Oh dear. Alright, it's out of my hands now. Whoa! Just capsized in the lake. Lucky for us, it doesn't look like the water was super deep there, but that was still pretty surprising. Ah! thank you for saving my cell phone, strange bird of light. I kind of need that. Whoa. What just happened? Where am I? I need to get to dry land. Yeah, I do. Oh, God, this is some amnesia stuff here with that water monster. That was the thing that scared me the most while playing Amnesia, was that water monster. That you never actually see the water monster. Like, if you just show me a really ugly monster, okay, you showed me a really ugly monster, but that thing, you didn't know what it was, so of course it was way scarier, because your imagination fills in the worst case scenario. There's something over there. Run, 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 run. Whoa! No, no, no. I have made a mistake. Okay, that is, genuinely terrifying. Can I budge the boat? So much for that idea. The water is so clear, I cannot tell where is deep and where is shallow. Maybe I can lure it over here if I... It's wise to me. It knows what I'm up to. And I hate that so much. Whoops, it can go right through solid rock. Okay, don't do that again. I thought I could kite it around the island and then leg it while it was right behind me, but, yeah, that's a bad plan. Don't do that. Okay, there's gotta be a path. I think I can just jump and leg it. At this point, what could it hurt? Everything, everything, it could hurt everything. Ah, the Cantela again. What's this doing here? It looks broken. That? Whoa! Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I got the power now. Where'd that bird go? This is cool. Like, I just... It's such a small thing, but the fact that it completely changes the relationship you have with that water monster. Like, it's very cool in my estimation. Makes a very pleasant sound, too. I like that. Just gonna play it unnecessarily safe, because that monster got me twice already, so... What was that thing in the water? Water demon, Neki. A creature from folklore living in the water, sometimes portrayed as a beautiful woman that transforms into an ugly creature when approached. Neki is believed to snatch children and take them underwater. It is said that throwing rocks into the water and calling the creature will protect you from harm. So, like, saying its name? My heart's racing. What was that thing? It sounds in my ears, making my skin crawl. Pale, thin hands and a human. This place, that creature with its wet, flowing hair. Why does this all seem so familiar yet foreign? I mean, clearly I'm going insane, but this scent, these sounds, this forest, I've been here before, haven't I? The mist here feels cold, just like the mist back at the cottage on the day I saved Cousin Tano from drowning. He had been laying under the pier for a while before I pulled him out. I was shaking. I managed to call for Grandma. She came running down into the rushes and cut her bare legs on the reeds. She grabbed onto my younger cousin and threw him on the ground. I remember falling beside her as I watched her try to bring air back into his lungs. She held him tight and sang a melody I had never heard before, and he was fine the next day. All this time, I had thought it was just shock that had made me see blood on Grandma's dress and claw marks on Tano's arms. I'm not so sure anymore. Well, crazy or not, I'm on dry land. Cantelo string. It attached itself. Phew. I made it across the water without getting pulled under, thanks to this instrument. A broken Cantela that's missing most of its strings. The Cantela seems to have more power here, whatever this place is. I wish I knew how to play it. In my hands, it's clearly out of tune and sounds a little weird. Nothing like when Grandma used to play. Wonder what it would sound like if I make it whole again. Maybe then it could be strong enough to get me out of here. Grandma could make the forest and lake silent when she played. Surely that wasn't a coincidence. I have a feeling there are more strings to be found in this place. Okay, so far, water displacement is my only superpower. Is this a tree from my dream? That tree is moving. That's not like swaying in the wind. That's legit moving. Yeah, I don't think it's going to do me any good. Well, fortune favors the bold and all that. A rune. You do not belong here. I sense there is no Veki in you. Yeah? How do you like that? Unless we destroy this tree, I must search for this place for answers. The Great Oak, Iso Tami. Great Oak is considered sacred in many traditions. In the Finnish epic Kalevala, a tree grows so enormous that it binds together earth and sky. A humble man finally succeeds to chop down the tree, setting free the skies and thus finishing the creation of the world. In Finnish ancient folklore, the Great Oak is regarded as a connection between the sky and the earth, and its bark is durable like iron. The one who defeats the tree receives infinite luck in life, love, and magic. That canopy overshadows everything in sight. This is what the bird was talking about. I need to help. Maybe this Cantela could work against that dark tree. Back when Grandma played, the forest stood still. She controlled the trees. I need to learn how to play. If I help out here, I may find a way back home. Even though it feels weird even wanting to go back when you have no one waiting for you, I feel more lost than ever. What if I pluck the wrong strings and just make things worse? Well, obviously you're on good terms with your dad and aunt, aren't you? Fire? You just stay perfectly still, like a tree should. And don't do anything weird. I've seen Evil Dead. I know where this can go. Thought I heard something, but maybe I was just going nuts. Oh! These flames feel familiar. The Willow Wisps. Vervatulet. Willow wisps are usually eerie flickering lights on swamp surfaces when seen from far away. They are believed to glow near hidden treasures, especially around Midsummer's Eve. Some stories talk about mistreated children and their souls as the origin of willow wisps. Others say that it's just swamp gas. These terrifying sounds bring back a memory I have pushed aside. As a child, I had this recurring nightmare. In the dream, it's just after dark, and the flickering light catches my eye at the edge of the forest surrounding the cottage. Despite all the warnings about going out alone at night, I feel a pull, a curiosity towards the shine coming from between the marsh and the rocks. The forest is drawing me in. I push through the branches, ignoring how they scrape my shoulders. That ambience is so intense right now, I feel like something's going to jump scare me. As I get closer to the light source, there's a deafening cry, like a child in agony, so piercing it makes me tear up. Small, tiny hands reach out from the now visible blue flames. Before I know it, the flames begin to latch onto me. I can't escape anymore. The icy burn spreads quickly, binding my limbs like flaming vines. I'm freezing and burning at the same time. Suddenly, I hear the sound of the Cantela in the distance, and a gust of wind rushes into the flames, setting me free. A loud shriek, then silence. I fall to my side on the ground, tired and in shock. I look at the starry sky above me and see a bright bird flying over the dark treetops. Strangely, it makes me feel so safe that I don't even want to answer the worried calls coming from the cottage. I would always wake up on the bedroom floor. Right now, recalling this dream, it feels as tangible as a memory. I can't even tell what's real anymore. Now, there's no bird over my head. Just the moon, that terrifying tree, and another string. I guess each of those makes my Cantela just a little bit more powerful. What is that horrible sound? I have an instrument that I'm not at all familiar with, and I'm not afraid to use it. Well, at least the moon's still the same here. Looks like I'm only missing 5 more? That's definitely the same car. Isn't this Grandpa's old car? It's Grandpa's old Beetle, or like another version of it. Grandpa was always hammering away on it. This one looks totally busted, like he never worked on it at all. I don't even know when it fell apart. I was like that car. Unfinished, not knowing exactly what was missing in me. I'm beginning to remember bits and pieces of the past, the good and the bad. If only I could get out of here and fix how I left things with you. Looks like things are starting to come together. Sounds like there's wolves. I sure hope this Cantela can deal with wolves. I hope. What is that? Like something keeps darting, like a light keeps darting in and out of my periphery. Maybe I have to do this in a specific order? Let's see. I'm not sure if that was the correct solution or if I just brute forced it, but I'll take it. What is the sensation I'm feeling? Maybe you're getting good. I don't know. There's another string over there. More Willow Wisps. It's coming together. Huh? Hey, my phone! It's still intact. Cell phone in Alanin. Alright, it really is my phone. Still intact, but it has no signal in this place. I can make out a text or concerned words. Beginning to see everything more clearly. Something about this place is making me remember. My eyes are now open. Life takes you on winding roads. It's not your fault that I did not hear you. I don't want to throw it. Well, it does appear to be in all together. But how do I pull out my Cantela if I'm carrying this? Maybe I'll just have to come back for it. Shouldn't be that hard. That's just a lighting thing. Oh, it's a color changer game. Okay. There's another string. I think I only need a couple more. Each string added, I feel more whole. Looks like I'm only missing 2 more. Maybe that'll give me what I need to deal with that tree. Okay. Interesting. I'm not the greatest at these kinds of games. Yeah, alright. Not too bad. So these are the last 2 strings. Nice. And the last one. Somehow I feel whole again. I applaud the sound work. It really does feel like I'm surrounded on every side, though. Whoa! This is the same spiral shape I've seen before. Whoa! Another rune's shown up. The bird spews lies. All is well here. Yeah, well... Cantela solo. See how I reach the skies? I will never let you leave. It would help if I actually knew how to play this thing. Even your grandma could not beat me. Your broken Cantela is useless. I don't know. I'm willing to give it a shot. I have nothing left to say to you. May the forest swallow you whole. Oh, he's very literal about that. Looks like there is a third rune, but I don't know what that is. Maybe I need to go this way. I went right to finish my Cantela. So maybe if I go left, I can get that other rune. There's that bird again. Hi. There's the cabin, I think. Sacrificial stone. I need to bring something here. Cupstone. Kupa kivi. A cupstone or sacrificial stone is a large stone or a part of a bigger rock that has several cup-shaped carved dents. These man-made formations are thought to be a place of worship. People have placed grains or milk in the cups in exchange for luck or fruitful harvests. Sometimes cupstones are found near fields and crops. Rainwater gathered in the cups was considered to have healing powers. Looks familiar. I've seen similar patterns on another stone at the cottage neighbor's field. We played around there as kids, secretly afraid of being spotted. I remember stroking the dents in the rock and coming to the conclusion that they must have been caused by dinosaur teeth. When I told Grandma, she sharply looked at me and told me not to mess with that stone. Being here brings up memories I thought I had forgotten. One day when Grandma had errands with the neighbors, I snuck out in secret and zigzagged behind tree trunks following her. As she reached the field, I hid behind some hay in a nearby ditch. She stepped in front of the stone and took a bottle of sati out of her woven basket. She held it against the sun and began to pour its contents on the stone, muttering words under her breath. It was not liquid pouring from the bottle. Small gray snakes with yellow temples crawled from the bottle mouth onto the stone cups. A boiling and hissing sound began to circle the stone. The snake started to evaporate into steam. Grandma stood calmly as it faded away. Suddenly she glanced over her shoulder in the direction I was sitting. Her eyes had a yellowish gleam, but as soon as she blinked, the same caring green eyes reappeared. She picked up her basket and began to make her way back to the cottage with a tiny smirk on her face. When I went to see the stone, the cups were empty. I feel a closeness towards this place, whether it's a memory or even something inherited. I'm not afraid. So I need to get snakes? Osmatar, mason of beer, maker of sati, took beads of barley, heads of hops, blades of soft grass, poured floral nectar on top. So she placed all to boil unfiltered golden brew on the stone. I need to... on the stone to sieve. Beads of barley, heads of hops, blades of soft grass, floral nectar on top. Okay, well, let's have a look around. There's a lantern over here. Oh, geez, I'm kicking the stones. I thought someone was running past me. Alright, that's one of the things I needed. I thought this was a lantern, but it's hops, apparently. There go the hops. I need to find 3 more. I see something glowing over here, so this must be something else I need. By the outhouse. Jar of nectar. I don't think I want nectar from an outhouse, thank you kindly. Here's the nectar. Where are the last 2? Well, they do glow, so it's... Oh, hey, it's that, snow lantern they were talking about. I want to know more about this, like... I can throw the snowball, so that's kind of neat. Place reminds me of Grandma's old tales. Alanin is a place underneath our reality. Time and space do not matter as ancient forces echo and offer guidance in this space of aeons. Alanin can teach us the darker side of ourselves and reveal hidden truths. I'm beginning to understand. They're coming back to me, the stories Grandma told. It's been ages, I thought I forgot. Now the tales seem to have become reality. Tales about a world with strange hues in the night sky, mythical creatures and forests underneath, a place of wonders and terrors. She told us cousins that there is nothing to fear from her bedtime stories. Gloomy swamps are filled with lucky hidden treasures, and old dark cottages are reminders of warm homes and fond memories. Grandma said that Alanin was a frightful place only for those who let it be one. You only face the terrors that your mind can conjure, she said. How do I conjure myself out of here? Come to think of it, she was clearly preparing us for something. Well, this is 3 of 4. One more to go. Something glowing over there, or am I going nuts? Guess it's just the lighting engine. Probably not that way. Each area seems pretty self-contained. Whatever it is, it should draw some attention to itself. Maybe I need to run naked around this thing 7 times. Oh, wait. You know what I could try? Hello, Grandma, is it you? No answer. I saw the glowing windows and thought that maybe the jar was, like, inside or something. Okay, there are some invisible walls around here, so it's not like I can wander off into infinity or anything. I think a tree is growing outside of the toilet. Woodpile. Okay, there's the grass. Let's try heading over to the left again. It looked like there was a path shooting off where I went the first time, right? Yeah, I think this is the direction I need to go in. I see you, you great oak. How do I get that? Oh. Get over here, Jar. Giant's Kettle. Hiden Kirnu. Giant's Kettle, or Hiden Kirnu in Finnish, the Churn of Hisy. It's a large pothole in solid rock formed during the Ice Age. Hisy refers to many things in Finnish mythology. It is a sacred place or location where people came to interact with the unknown. Hisy is also a creature, or group of creatures, that resemble trolls. Don't you know where we are? Trust me, Cousin Tano said once when we were exploring the forest. We came across a large hole in the ground filled with water. Tadpoles were swimming near the rock walls. Green moss decorated the edges. The mirror surface was shining slowly on the siloed sunlight. I got on my knees and peered down. As I looked up, I saw no trace of Tano. He had pranked me into the forest and vanished. I stared at my reflection in the water, oddly craving to look deeper into the hole. I began to sway. Suddenly, I found myself in the water, sinking deeper into the pool, quickly hitting a dark bottom. I was running out of air when a scaly, fish-like arm grabbed me and pushed me to the surface. I managed to drag myself over the edge again, panting and coughing. Somehow, I wandered back to the house. Cousin Tano wasn't allowed in the cottage that night. We never talked about it again. No, I can stop and look at it, though I guess it's really just a jar. It's kind of curious that they give you that option. Like, it's so atmospheric. I keep expecting like there to be monsters or something, and there's not. That's the barley. That's all of them. So, now what? What on earth am I looking at? Sati. Okay. This drink, I feel more in tune with the Cantela. Mana. Veiki. In Finnish folklore, Veiki indicates life force or stamina. Veiki may also mean magical abilities, folk, or spirits. Sometimes the word is translated to English as mana. Magical objects such as bare teeth or dew gathered during Midsummer's Night might possess powerful Veiki. The dark liquid is radiating warmth inside my chest. I feel it running through my fingertips. I know what to do with the Cantela. As long as the instrument is whole, I'll know how to play. The tree will be no match for me now. The stars are showing me the way, the correct music of light and play. That's how Grandma would describe her Cantela music coming to her when sitting in the forest. Sounds and tunes would appear on their own when the timing was right. She would take a sip of sati and begin to harmonize with the chiming of the wind among tree branches. Okay, I'm done messing around with you, buddy. Oh, I don't care for that one bit. That's a little intimidating. Did I make a mistake? Whoa. Oh boy. I'm not 100% sure what I did, but I sure did it. Whoa! I'd have split that thing in half with a musical instrument. Cog would be so proud. Can you hear it? This is your Cantela. I remember now. Do you see how the darkness is finally fading? I'm beginning to see the good in my life. The great oak stood against your hopes and dreams. The horizon is beginning to clear. Your Vaki was restored by wisdom of the past. Let it guide your choices in the future. Choices? What do you mean? Your story is made of your choices. Changing it is up to you when the time comes. How do I make things right? Stories make the past and the present come alive. Look for the final chapter in my journal. Well, the upside to this was I was already naked the whole time. So, that's close. I nearly drowned. Better get inside. And I have my phone back. Guess I didn't lose it after all. Guess I better towel off. Light switch. Something has changed here. Is that bird always there? Grandma's journal. And wow, that was a beautiful game, Silta. That was just a really, really, really beautiful game. I was completely captivated right from the word go, and the way they integrated myth and legend into the game. And not only do they explain it, because that journal helped me in particular, because it gave a lot of cultural context. Because obviously I'm American, so I'm not super familiar with Finnish folklore. But it was just really, really well done. They took the time out to explain things that needed to be explained, and let you just kind of immerse yourself in this world of Alanen, this underworld, upside down place, and it was just amazing. I love indie games. I love an indie game that can teach me something, and I loved just how stylish the game was. I loved the way the maps were laid out. I loved the way, like, even the branch paths around the Great Oak were really, really well done, because one of them was you putting the Cantela together, and the other path was you learning how to master it. So, like, the order you go in doesn't really matter. It just happens that I went right first. That was just a really beautiful game, and I absolutely adored all of it. To awaken song and gladness in the forest I didn't even get to finish. Achievement unlocked, thank you. No, thank you, everyone who made this game. That was really cool. I'm probably going to play through this again on my own time just to see what all the achievements and all other options were, but I think this is my canon playthrough. So I did everything from the heart. So I'm going to call it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this Snek plays / Snek tries. I knew the game was fairly short, so I don't mind having done a full playthrough. It's free on Steam. Get it for yourselves. I think it's worth playing. You absolutely owe it to yourselves if you had any interest or any fun watching this today. This is the Hipster Snek, signing off.